Look how cute my tiny mic is.
말론 표현할 수 없지만 Girl, you gotta know you got that vibe 내 미소는 fine art 영혼을 깨워 You got me feeling so right Yeah, it's a vibe
So that there is in his chest mix, but he's keeping it nice and soft on those high notes. So some people think that the higher your notes go, the louder you have to be. And that's not always the case. Sure, when you're doing big belts, you have to be a bit louder. But when you're up in your chest mix, it's really important that you're able to do them softly and free of strain and free of tension while you're getting those notes.
Yeah, this gon' be the one and only theme song 너에게만 고정된 내 시선 내겐 너란 하나뿐인 미션 불가능은 없어 baby lights camera action 나란 음악 위에 너는 top line 너란 도시 위에 나는 skyline 넌 내 영화 속의 highlight 어두운 밤 하늘 끝에 twilight just gets better 널 처음부터 정주행하고 싶은 man You don't know I want your love 이 밤이 끝나기 전에 baby Yeah You know we
He has really good control with his falsetto. There was nothing wrong with the pitch whatsoever. Could maybe have had a little bit more support behind them.
got that vibe baby Look at me, look at me, look at me now just look at me You know we got that vibe baby
So that sound on vibe where it sounds a lot bigger is because he's layered it. So vocal layering is where you record the same part of the song over and over again and you stack them all in your program. And that creates a much bigger sound, like there's several people singing when there's not. Usually it's just, in this instant, it's just on the one who's a vibe baby is layered. He's done it 3 or 4 times at least and stuck them all on top of each other. And that's what gives it that bigger sound.
Look at you
And that sound, the da 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 da, whatever that part is, sounds like it's got quite a bit of post-production on it. It's kind of a tinnier sound to it, which suggests there's probably an EQ on it that dials out certain frequencies and certain sounds. So that is a part of kind of a backing track that he'll be listening to through his earpiece there. That's not a live part of this.
Look at me now, look at me why you survive Yeah Ladies and gentlemen JIMIN of BTS Let's go
This gon' be the one and only anthem 인간각적인 six-inch 반지 And 짜릿한 손만 잡아도 감정 너를 만나기 전까지 내 세상은 암기 이 나란 무대 위에 너는 spotlight
Jimin has a really interesting voice. So his voice is naturally very airy, which means his vocal folds are a little bit thinner. So the length of our vocal folds determines the pitch. The longer they stretch, the higher the pitch goes. And the shorter they are, the lower the pitch goes. How thick they are depends on how much air can escape through them. So he naturally obviously has quite thin vocal folds, and that is what produces this sound. Even though he has an airier tone and an overall higher tone to his voice, his notes are still the same as the other gentleman, and it's in his chest voice, and it sounds easy. It's just easy for him.
너라는 건 위라는 남산 또 완벽할 순 없잖아 어두운 밤 하늘 끝에 twilight I can feel it 너란 공간에 갇혀버렸어 You're my matrix
I haven't heard Jimin hit those lower notes before. The matrix with the same thickness of the folds that he has. So that heavier sound, similar to what the other gentleman sounds like. So the other gentleman is a lot less airy. He has a heavier tone, a more chesty tone. That is because his vocal folds are a bit thicker. And so it's really interesting to hear Jimin take a bit of that thicker tone as he's going for those lower notes.
You don't know I want your love
No, I want your love
이 밤이 끝나기 전에 baby
You know we got that
you baby
Look at me, look at me, look at me now just look at me You know we got that
baby
at you, look at you, 느낌이 나지 느낌이 why so fine
Look at the stars, 밖에 빛나는 달 어딜 tonight 우리
So he did little vocal flips on the end of every sentence there. Three of them I counted. It's a huge part of his vocal identity, doing those little flips on the end. It's quite common with K-pop artists. Haven't heard it much with the other gentlemen compared to what I feel I normally do. And it's fine. It's not going to do him any vocal damage, but I would want to make sure that he can keep a straight toned note without doing that at the end. So he's got a good attack at the beginning and a good release at the end without doing those vocal flips. It is probably just a stylistic habit. Like I say, there is nothing wrong with it. There's nothing dangerous with it. Just from a personal preference, it's good to have the technique of being able to keep a straight tone note and using that optionally when you want to, as opposed to it being a habit that you then can't cut out.
멈춰주고 있잖아
날 보는 너의 눈빛과 진동을 계속 느끼고 싶어
You gotta know you got the vibe
baby
Oh, I don't know which one I like more. Paul up there was beautiful belt. Lovely. He did go up a little bit at the end of it, so it wasn't a clean release, but it still sounded great. It was fine. It was in key. His pitch was good. And then Jimin is up on an E5, and he's mixing up there. So what that means is that he's still got a little bit of that thickness that you find from your chest voice instead of the area sound. E flat and E5, not my friends. But he's doing a wonderful job of keeping that little thickness to his vocal folds as he's stretching out there, which is what gives it that kind of head mix sound.
힘들 때까지
look at me oh yeah hey
vibe baby 해질 때까지 Look at you, look at you 느낌이 나지 느낌이 why so fine
느낌이 why so fine why yeah Jimin baby oh woo
So that oh at the end mixed still, and I would really like to hear him hold that note where he goes oh and see how it comes out. I have not heard him chest mix belt before, so if you have any links or any videos of Jimin doing chest belting, please put them in the comment section. I would love to react to that. This band is so cool, just makes you want to bob along. I'm sure you saw me doing. All of the musicians just seemed like they were having a good time, and they seemed like they were really immersed into it, and they finished when they slowed down at the end. They all did it in sync, which is really important for a band dynamic to have. I want to make my house like that. We'll see. So we covered off a bit about vocal layering. It did have backing vocals in it. Even though it says a live clip, and yeah, I have no doubts that the gentleman was singing the main line live in this, but I don't want singers to go out there and record and think that when you play it back, it's automatically going to sound like this. It's not. Your raw vocals will sound very different, but post-production, you can do all the tweaking and the fine-tuning and have it sounding really clean. Find a voice technician or someone trained in production that can help get you the sound that you want from your voice. Thanks for watching, and please put in the comments if you have links to anything else you'd like me to react to. Hit the subscribe button, and you can find me at TikTok, VT@173. Bye!